Yeah, really good day for us. Really excited about this year's signing class. Really felt like we met our needs in the early signing period. Signed 15 guys this morning. Really felt like we hit home on all the areas that we needed to hit. You know, we had 9 high school players, 6 junior college players. We're range signed guys from over 10 states. Really felt like the positions that we had some needs in, we were able to get those spots filled with guys that we think in the future that can really help us. We had 8 offensive players that we signed and 7 defensive players. Hoping that we can maybe add 2 more guys in January, some other guys that we're hoping to add on to this early signing period as well. The thing I really like is 9 to 10 of these guys will be here for spring football. They're early graduates, and so I think that'll be huge for us moving forward with our program. But really excited, and so for the first round, it was great. We got about 10 more scholarships left. That's perfect for us. We'll hit that next round of guys in the February signing period and continue through spring to see if there's transfer guys, those type of things. With that being said, questions?
You know that you kind of had a few weeks last year during this early signing period time, so just what was the biggest difference as the head coach for your first early signing period program trying to get that going, where you can build those relationships for a while?
Yeah, really comes down to relationships. You know, last year we had to kind of guess a little bit, would a guy really fit us? I thought it was extremely important. Our culture right now in our program is excellent. And I wanted to make sure that whoever we brought into this program, that they fit our culture. And we got a lot of great guys with great character. They love to work. You know, they love football. And it takes time to really find out if a guy likes that. And so we were able to establish those relationships. Really felt like, you know, we know these guys really well. And so moving forward, they ought to be a good fit for us.
You get 5 guys from Georgia. I mean, what does it mean to the program to really keep that pipeline in Georgia open?
Yeah, Georgia is extremely important for us. I'm hoping we can add some more in the next signing period. But, you know, you just look at the state of Georgia, the quality of football that's played there, the city of Atlanta, you know, everybody goes there to recruit. We've had a great history there, really through all the Southeast. But Georgia in particular, we really try to make home if we can.
Coach, what it seems like signed 6 guys out of JUCO. Why was there kind of like a focus for the staff to get a bunch of JUCO guys?
Yeah, just a good question. I really felt like where we're at right now, we have a lot of guys that are going to be seniors next year, and then we have some really good young players. But there's a gap there with our sophomores and juniors that I felt like we needed to add more bodies there to fill those gaps, so that year in and year out we're not taking a step back. You know, we'll have a ton of guys that are seniors after next season that will leave us. So it gives these guys they're a little older, gives them an opportunity to get in the program, hopefully win a job. But if they don't, now, you know, they're ready for the next following season. But really felt like there's a little bit of a void there with the sophomore, junior class that we needed to answer those needs.
Any similarities to the last time you were here? Would have felt like Jeff's first signing class included a lot of junior college guys just so that he could get what he wanted. Is there some sort of similar philosophy there at all?
You know, for us it was more about need. You got Lucky Jackson's leaving, Quinn Jernigan's leaving. Those are 2 guys that had a lot of production. Now, I'm excited about, you know, Therese Trainer. I'm excited about Xavier Lane. You know, we feel like those guys can come in and help us next year, but you got to have guys that can come in and push for the job as well. You know, we signed 2 receivers out of Hutch Junior College. Really feel like those guys can come in and compete for jobs. You know, Craig Burt and Mitchell Tinsley. So really for us, it's more about the need factor there more than anything. You know, we're going to sign a quarterback every single year. Signed a good young quarterback out of Washington. Really feel like he can develop, hopefully be the quarterback of the future. And we'll continue to sign quarterbacks, hopefully throughout January and the next signing period.
How do you go find a guy in Washington?
Well, quarterbacks you always recruit nationally. You don't ever say, oh, we're going to regionally recruit a quarterback. It's the one position that's willing to travel and travel far distances. If you look at today's recruiting cycle, you know, there's a lot of transfer guys, you know, and they're willing to go anywhere to go play. And so for us, you know, it really comes down to the fit more than anything. We don't care where that guy's from.
Seems like Spencer Owens, the big tight end, he could really add a lot to the offense. What do you think that you'll get from him?
Yeah, you know, he's a guy that can put his hand on the ground. He can block in the box. He's got good ball skills. Bigger guy, you know, really likes the physicality of the game. And so it brings a little bit of a different skill trait in the tight end position for us. I really like our tight ends. They're athletic, good ball skills, can catch. We're still developing in the blocking area. This guy's more of a like to get after it, mix it up kind of guy, loves to block, but is still good enough to stretch the field and be a potential pass threat. So looking forward to getting him here in the spring so he can compete as well.
You talked about having a lot of these guys enroll early. What does that do to have like half your class or more come into, you know, participate in spring ball moving forward?
It's huge. You know, last year we had a very similar situation. We had a lot of guys come in that were able to compete in spring ball. We were able to identify those guys. A lot of those guys are playing now. It just gives you a step ahead of the game. You know, the spring is for us more about for the new guys to come in, learn, develop, and then try to go win a job in the fall. And so it'll give these guys a huge step moving forward. And it allows us to identify who can help us next year.
Mark Good down at Blue County offensive line would play some tight ends. Is that another deal where you can maybe experiment with them, or if the expectation is to maybe do that? With
Yeah, Mark, you know, for us is a guy that we think is going to be an offensive tackle. You know, he's got great size. You know, he's going to be a 285, 300-pound guy. So we think he'll move into the tackle position. We like to grow our tackles. You know, we don't need a guy that's 320 pounds. We like the guy that's somewhere in that 250 to 265 range. Let Coach Velkamp, our string coach, build him up. And then 2 years from now, the guy's 285, 300 pounds, and he's really athletic. So that's really what Mark brings to the table for us.
You got two pairs of guys that come from the same place, whether it's Hutchinson or the same high school. And just how unique is that in recruiting when that happens? Is it a deal where maybe you're looking for one and then you find the other guy as you're there? Or how does that work out?
Yeah, a little bit of that. You know, we were needed. I give you a great example in the receiver position. You know, we were needing some older guys. Hutchinson Junior College is an outstanding junior college, great program. The coaches there do a great job. And so while we were there, while our staff was there, we identified a lot of different positions. And we knew we had a need in the receiver position. We were going to sign several guys. And so it just worked out that, you know, both these guys, and matter of fact, they're roommates. You know, you look at Craig Burke, Mitchell Tinsley, they're roommates. So it's a pretty good situation where they can come in and be able to compete. There's a lot of familiarity there with those guys knowing each other.
Out of the 15 signed, only 2 are from the state of Kentucky. Is that a focus for this coaching staff as far as recruiting the state?
Yeah, we're always going to recruit our state. You know, the other young man we signed was Cole Jackson, you know, out of South Warren. And Cole's a fabulous offensive lineman. I really think he's going to be a good player for us here. He fits us. At the end of the day, the most important thing for us, you need to fit our program, fit our culture, fit the needs that we have. And, you know, for this particular year, you know, we may turn around next year and sign a bunch of guys from Kentucky. You know, it just so happened that this recruiting cycle, we didn't get as many in the early recruiting. Now we'll turn around in February. You never know. We may be able to add some more guys from the state of Kentucky. But the state will always be important to us. We've got good history recruiting the state. I think a Tavon Taylor up from Louisville. You know, we're always looking for the next Tavon Taylor. You know, so. But we will go anywhere to be able to find the guys that fit our needs.
A lot of these guys were committed to the program before actually seeing a game, you know, whether it was the summer or August. So what does that kind of say about your coaching staff, your culture here at WKU, that to have a lot of these guys know they wanted to come here before ever actually seeing the product on the field?
Yeah, I think it's a testament, number one, to our recruiting staff. You know, Zach Grant and Taylor Brown done an outstanding job of building relationships with our guys. You know, like you said, they've been committed for a long time. And then our actual staff, our coaches, have developed strong relationships that, you know, these guys really felt like over time, they've been here multiple times on campus, a lot of them. So they've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and they still say, hey, this is where I want to be. And if you're going to make a career here, you really need to know everything about a program. You need to have strong relationships. And really that's what recruiting's all about. And so I felt like our recruiting department, again, Zach Grant and Taylor Brown did an outstanding job all the way through the process. And then our coaches established strong relationships as well.
Can you say about the relationship built with Cole Jackson and South Florence? Usually put out a lot of kids over here, and if I remember right, he was the first one to commit to this class too.
He was. You know, Clayton Bush, when I first got here, you know, he was one of the first guys I met with, and they have a great program out there. And really, the city and the town of Bowling Green, you know, I think of all the high schools, Bowling Green does a great job as well. So, you know, there's a lot of good football that's played within Bowling Green, and so we always want to make sure that the guys that fit us, that we get. And so I think of a Jordan Meredith. You know, Jordan Meredith is a hometown kid. He's had a great career here, and we need to continue to get the best guys out of our area. But it was great to see that Colt was one of our early commits. He was kind of a guide throughout the process that helped help bring some of these guys in. And if you're going to be good in recruiting, you need to do that.